straightening my clothes out. Hang on.
Sound is live.
Nope, not yet. Please. Thank you so much. Ugh. Why do you guys wear ties? It's like, I can't breathe. Okay.
Extension.
Okay. Sound is
You gonna talk about-
live.
Are we going to talk about your extension?
Why do you think
What?
Trump wears his tie way down like that?
That's what we're gonna
Cameras
get
are
into
live.
shit. Okay.
This is Caveman Rules with the Bold Beauties, and it is
Man cave.
Man Cave Rules. This is Man Cave Rules, so that won't be. I won't be. This is the Man
Yeah.
Cave Rules with the Bold Beauties, and it is take number 2.
Welcome back, and I think we've got a guest today. Thank you, Andrew. Welcome.
What is this? This is a room full of women.
Girls.
He's
observant.
Welcome.
He sees us. Does that mean he sees us? Are we good?
You're fine, you're fine. Listen, nobody told me I was going to have to do this. I thought I was coming into a reasonable discussion or something.
Are we hard to talk to about man cave rules?
This isn't the man cave. So here, what I have to do is take deep breaths
Okay.
and count and practice my
Girls?
breathing. Whereas in the man cave, I don't have to do that.
Why?
Because we got rules in the man cave.
Oh, really?
Would you like to hear them?
What do you think?
I would love to hear them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Please share. Mm-mm.
Rules of the man cave. Do not ever suggest that a man decorate his cave with girl colors. Peach is a fruit. The same is true for pumpkin, pear, and raspberry. Men have no idea what color mauve is.
Mauve. May I?
Mauve. Actually, let me put an addendum on that. There may be some men who know what color mauve is, but it doesn't mean they're a bad person.
Well, if you got close, my lips are mauve.
Right. I have kind of
Oh, nice for you.
Please continue.
If you use the toilet in the man cave, it is your own responsibility to put the seat down. Unless, of course, you like the feel of cold porcelain.
we discussed that.
Yeah.
We do not discuss family problems in the man cave, nor do we discuss the neighbors. It's bad enough that a man has to listen to that poop while he's having his dinner. Come to us with a problem only if you want a solution. Sympathy is what your girlfriends are for. Men are not mind readers. If you enter the man cave and he asks, "What's wrong?" and you say, "Nothing," he will believe you. Crying in the man cave will not be tolerated. Crying is emotional blackmail. Save your tears for a time when you know he wants to have sex. Even talking about feelings and emotions in the man cave could lead to permanent expulsion. Be warned. No sulking, nagging, moping, scowling, or whining in the man cave, and absolutely no bitching at any time. The man cave is his place of solace from such issues. Before leaving his man cave, a man will gird up his loins and prepare to deal with such things as he goes forth.
How'd that feel?
Well, it felt real. It felt authentic. It felt direct. With no nuances. Just plain out telling it like it is.
What does your man cave look like?
Well, it has a couple of man cave closets where I put my things. It has a window. Now, I should tell you, I bought this cabin up on Lake Hyatt after teaching in Afghanistan with this contract. I'm going back again in a month on another contract, which is paid for by your tax dollars. and I'm hired by the Department of Defense, which, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest waster of the taxpayers' money of anything, of any of the bureaucracies.
Kind of easy to leave that in the man cave, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
We'll honor him in the
yeah,
man cave.
All right, well, I am also an English teacher, and I'm an adventurer. So I'm going forth to make a lot of money, and then I'm coming back, and I'm never going to do another damn thing in my life. I don't want to. But the man cave is a cabin up on Lake Hyatt, and I look out, and there are eagles and Canadian geese and ducks, and occasional pelicans, which are actually a nasty bird. They don't like any other species of bird. And there are cormorants with a big long neck, and they dive straight down and catch fish. And sometimes you see bear tracks and other things. But it only had one, it had the main floor, and it had like a kid room upstairs. Now, I don't have kids because my relationships have been failures, as you
Do you
might.
play in the playroom?
I raised the roof of it, so now I can walk around up there, and it has a futon, so that I can get away from somebody I might be living with downstairs, or and I have my desk, and I have my man cave closets, and I have my equipment up there. So that's what my cave is like, and it's decorated in guy colors.
What's guy colors?
Greens and browns,
Okay.
like the
this,
forest.
like a bit, okay, like the dirt.
Well, I don't know about the dirt. How about bark?
Like bark. Okay, we got brown.
But, I'm a civilized adventurer. I take off my boots before I come in.
But dog, you still got your boots on.
Well, I didn't have time. They said, hurry up, you're late. So
Dogs
I
don't
hurried
like to
up,
be
because
kept waiting.
guys like to be on time, and I walked into a room full of women.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have sex in your
Man cave.
man cave?
You can say
Well-
it. It's okay. Pronounce it.
Let's put it this way. I'd like to. But I suffer from this condition of men who chase younger women and stuff. And I'm over the hill. The last time I tried to chat up a gal in a bar, I went over and said, so you come here often? And she said, sir? Burned my butt.
So you think you'll try again? Is that always a challenge?
To quote Zorba the Greek,
Uh-huh.
am I not a man and therefore am I not a fool? Of course I'll try again. As long as I'm breathing and walking.
Consistent. We love it. Bold and consistent.
I'm
You might
just
fit with
wondering-
the Bold Beauties.
I'm just wondering why the man cave? Why for men? Like, why do you guys have to have your own individual space?
Well, what was that? We heard about a website called the She something?
She shed?
The She Shed. And this is where women can go and get away from men.
Okay.
Because the male and the female of our species are different. And finally,
Seriously?
we're
Really?
acknowledging that. But
Oh
look,
my God.
back in the late 60s and early 70s, they didn't want to acknowledge it at all. We're not that different. Blah, blah, blah. And this was usually a bunch of bull dykes who were saying, oh, sorry. And
We'd
maybe,
like to know how you
maybe
really
they're not
feel.
that different, but this is what I heard back then.
Right.
All right, but look, in Victorian times, there'd be a big dinner, and after dinner, the women would leave and go to another room
Yes.
where they could fart. And the men would stay around the table and smoke their cigars. And if it wasn't a party, they had their clubs, and they'd say things like, oh, if there was a problem at home, well, a woman is only a woman, but a good cigar is a smoke. No,
Don't you?
No,
Don't
no,
you?
no,
Don't
that's
you
a-
partake?
that's to cover. That's to cover up BO. That thing. You like that thing when you haven't washed. I wash regularly. I am that British Army officer who dresses for dinner even though he dines alone. To keep up civilization.
Bring those respectable times back, huh?
Well, one had personal responsibilities. With empire.
What's
Well-
your
No.
What's your responsibilities in the man cave? Number one.
What are my responsibilities?
Mm-hmm. To yourself. What's the honor code? Is there an honor code among men?
That you speak directly. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. And
Okay.
nuances and indirect stuff is girl talk. If you got something to say it outright and let us discuss this in a reasonable way. Not this way and that way and what did she really mean? Well, if you cared about me, you'd know. No, that isn't true. I care about you, but I don't know. Why don't you just say it? How do I really feel?
How do you really feel? How do you really feel, Susan? Angie. My bad.
I think it's really important that also we have feelings. And we don't like to hurt your feelings. Sometimes we go around things purposely. For us, we're a little bit more softer when we come about our issues. Because I can't always be that direct. I have to be, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Well, I don't either, and I don't see why we can't just discuss things in a reasonable manner without hurting each other's feelings. Now, I'm guilty of several sins against women. One of them,
really?
failure to pay undivided attention when she's having emotions.
Why is that so hard for you as a man?
I might be busy doing something else. And then she comes in and she's having emotions. So I ask, is there something I could do? No.
No, I'm okay.
Well, okay, if there is, just let me know and I'll do it. Meanwhile, I got work to do. Deadlines and stuff like that. Okay?
So you're focused.
Put you on the
You're
calendar
focused
so
on
that
what
she
you're
gets you in
focused
the
on.
calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's focused.
I'm willing to
Focus.
take an interruption and tell me what the problem is, and then I'll offer a solution.
Got
Well,
it.
Best I can.
Now I know why you don't get it all the time.
That's right. Because I don't want him to give me solutions. I want him to come and put his arm around me.
What's wrong with that?
Because I'm busy doing other things. And I can't, just because she's having emotions, I should drop all that, come and put my arm, and that's, oh dear.
Because isn't she more important than that, really?
That is the female answer. What's more important to you, that work
Yeah.
or me?
Yeah, that's true.
But isn't it like sometimes you guys just don't know what to do when we're like, "What?" Like you're like, oh my god. It's
Most
like
of the
it's
time
like
we
a
don't.
baby. You don't know what to do with it.
We don't, that most of the time we don't know. So we ask, what do you want me to do? If you love me, you know.
Isn't the other thing is like you're afraid like you're gonna get it wrong. Like you're like, oh my god, I don't know. Like if I don't say the right thing, I'm not gonna get it right. And it's
Excuse
like,
me, you're a woman right now.
But that makes sense.
I'm a woman right now.
kind of
I'm just
going-
trying to understand. I'm wondering, in a man's perspective, if that is actually true that they don't know what to do when we're
Yeah.
crying and upset.
Yeah.
And
How
that's,
about nothing? Just how about hold us?
well,
No,
You
that
have to
would
let
be
them
lovely.
know. Yeah, you have to
Hold
let
me.
them know.
Hold
the reason
me.
I
Hold
say,
But isn't that true? Like men just are like, what do I do with this
Yes.
this thing? It's like a baby that's crying, right?
well, you raised a point here, and this is an unfortunate part of relationships in general, and it applies to men and to women. The one who is more emotionally involved in the relationship, whether it's a man or a woman, will usually be the more anxious about doing the right thing. And the one who is not as involved is not going to be as anxious about doing the right thing. Now, after a certain time, when there's a bond and there's commitment, which you've finally made, after all that time, after taking sex and not giving back commitment for all that time, all right, and Gay Talese wrote this book, Thy Neighbor's Wife, and in a Playboy interview he said, I've found it to be true that in the important things in life, it is the woman's will that prevails.
yeah.
And it's a kind of a thing like the ocean or the sea. It comes in and slowly washes and erodes away. And I know, I noticed that, with the present young lady I'm living with, far too young for me anyway, because, I'm a typical man. If she doesn't get the answer she wants, then she will just be silent and she will circle back around and then try it again. And it didn't get the answer she wants. No direct confrontations, just, okay, and then so she'll circle back around again. And eventually the man wears down and says, all right, I'll do it. And maybe it's been women who held civilization together while men made all the noise. That's a very real possibility, because you can take more pain than we can. Here's a difference. An Aesop's fable. It was an oak tree, standing straight and tall, and there was the grass, the reeds. And he said, look at you reeds, the slightest little breeze comes along and you bend, but I stand straight and tall. And then one day a storm came by, and the oak resisted and resisted and resisted, and finally, and the reed said, bye. So I think there's a difference in male strength and female strength.
Yeah.
And maybe it's been female. There is that, you have the capacity to endure. And maybe that capacity to...
Well, I'd like to say something. You go ahead and...
Well, I was just going to say, maybe men are just avoiding pain.
Well, everybody avoids
But
pain.
I mean, you're really avoiding it. You're like, let's get to the point, and let's just
get done with it,
and
move on.
let's just boom, 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 and none of this
Let's
crying
just solve
stuff
the
and,
problem.
Like, no pain.
Let's solve the problem.
We're problem solvers. Yes.
Yeah, and then, so if there's pain, what do we do to get rid of the pain? I don't like it. What do we do to get rid of it? Come and put your arm around me and give me sympathy. Don't give me solutions.
It comes to a point sometimes.
But in your rules, but in your rules, you said if I want to be emotional, let's have sex. Or that's where I can be emotional.
I'm willing to tolerate it if I want to get laid.
Do you bond in getting laid?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Men do.
Yeah.
I think we all, but men don't realize it's happening.
Right.
Because
Do you get addicted to that?
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Eros, the Greeks had 6 words for love, or at least 6, and I think there ought to be about 20. We got one word for it, and it doesn't begin to... the love for your father, or it is not the same as your love for your husband, we hope. Maybe sometimes it is. But anyway, all right. But Eros is a state of temporary insanity. And if you ask a couple, an engaged couple, why you're getting married, the man will usually give the more romantic reasons, which shows you he's out of his mind. Whereas the woman will give more practical reasons for getting married. If he's going to give reasons why he's getting, it's because I'm just in love, he might as well say, because I just shot up a good hunk of steaming junk. And he's not any more in control than that junkie is. And then you get addicted. Now, after a certain time, what happens with the drug is the effect of it starts to wear off.
Reality shows up.
Yeah, and it shows up. And so, you're starting to look at each other a little bit here and there, and you know what? You don't look that good to me anymore. And so he decides to leave. And then, without realizing it, he's addicted. And the withdrawal kicks in. Chain smoking. Finally, he says, I can't stand it anymore. He goes back for a fix. And he says, all right, there's certain things I got to learn not to say. And I got to learn not to say them if I'm going to have any peace in this life.
So it's all about your dick.
Not all about my dick. It's partly about that's what got me into trouble, for sure. I've been living around by my dick my whole life. Nothing but trouble. Trouble everywhere.
Exactly. I feel men are run very much by their penis.
Well, that's what gets him into trouble. And then after that, it's not like during the whole marriage. That he's run by his penis, because after a certain time in the marriage, it's the gal who's going to want more sex than the guy. He's going to be, again? We just did it last
You
week.
experienced that?
No.
No? I know, I saw your face.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you got going for you, lady, but
Your pickers off.
You got those young ones over
Yeah.
there. They just want it.
I mean, relationships This
Now.
is men want sex more than women. Men want it as soon as it rises.
Well, yeah, we prefer not to have to go through all of the stuff we got to go through.
Just to get it.
Yes. And this is why I'm pretty much celibate right now, because I'm older than I look, and for me to go get,
And you're
go
celibate,
get
you're dating someone?
we're not dating, we're cohabiting. But for
And
me,
you're celibate? Okay.
look, what I gotta, so I gotta go find the Viagra.
Man,
I gotta get it half an hour before, and but I can't just announce, hey, I'm going to get the Viagra, and I expect you to be ready in half an hour. What do you mean ready in half an hour? You're supposed to persuade me and be nice to me. I don't. Okay, I'm not getting the Viagra. I didn't take the Viagra. I'm just gonna be nice to you for a while.
But that's a whole.
It's a lot of
other-
work.
That's a whole other ball of wax I've never
No.
dealt with.
Okay,
So.
wait.
And after a while, when
you
you're
guys-
71, like I am, go ahead, feel it. I know what I'm looking. After a while, you think, do I really want it? Can't I just sort of live without it?
Now, are you
Then get in the man cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got a man cave. I gotta get away from it. Yes, I want to know.
You're the only one that's dating someone, so go ahead.
I am
Yeah.
dating, but why won't
Dating. That's a girl word, by the way. It means we're having sex. Dating. They're dating now.
Use it. It might feel
Oh,
good. for her.
but if you
I
say,
don't know, you're
hey, no,
dating.
we're having sex now. No, they won't say that. We're dating now. Would that mean you're having sex? Again, indirect answer. Maybe.
That's how I wanted to respond.
I know.
It's
Listen,
like, well, you don't know.
I'm a linguist. I'm fluent in French, conversant in Spanish, German, and fairly good in Italian. Russian and Arabic I navigate. And I also speak womanese. So
Okay. Why?
I don't like to speak it, but I can do it. I don't like speaking Arabic either, but
Let me get
Speak
some good
womanese.
womanese here. Okay. Why won't men commit?
higamus, hogamus, woman's monogamous, hogamus, higamus, man is polygamous. The way we are built to hit and run. It is in the biological interest of the male to spread his seed all over the place and have as much fun doing it as he can. Right? And whereas the woman has to take a strange being inside of her and then carry the consequences. Of course she wants commitment and protection because she's going to be very vulnerable after that. Now, another thing is women in situations will sometimes accept polygamy if he is an alpha male.
Yeah, I would.
If he's an alpha male, they will accept polygamy and be just as happy to have the girl talk and be around women.
Yes.
And then when the man chooses her, she can brag about it. Me? But this actually served, it's not any different from the chimpanzees. The alpha male mates with any female that he wants to, and it's good for the whole species.
Yeah. Yes.
And the other males who are not the alpha male get run off, and they go do the guy thing.
True.
That's so true.
So you're saying you're a ape?
I am a descendant of apes. Ask any but if we compare the chromosomes, we have 28.
That's right.
All right, and except for one, which is different.
Right.
All right, there is more biological similarity between a male human and a male chimpanzee than between a male human and a female human, statistically.
Wow.
And women have no trouble accepting that. They have no trouble at all with it. So,
I've read that, yeah.
so where we are, I tend to think that there is some sort of a creative power, but it's pretty obvious to me the job isn't finished. If you're immortal and you're creating, you got all kind of time. You can fool around here and there, and
Well, I wanted to ask
Anyway,
real quick.
that's-
Yeah, you're dating, does your man...
Are you screwing?
Are you using... Are you using...
Are you
that's
having
what
sex?
said? And are you
So
using
how is
man
it?
cave? Yeah. Do you see that man
You
cave
don't have to
leading it?
answer that question.
Wait.
Maybe.
Wait, say that again?
With the man that you're dating,
Yes,
does
yes.
he have that man cave need? Has he created that?
He has a man cave farm that's set, like he's got many houses, right?
Mhm.
So he's got like a house across the street from me So he, like, you know, we hang out there, we hang out at my house, but then he has a man cave farm.
Hey, you scored heavy, lady.
I did,
Yes.
didn't I? Thank you.
Thank goodness.
So tell me what a
Oh, sorry.
relationship would be like with you. If I was going to have a relationship with you, what would I expect from you?
At this point in my life, not too much. I'm over the hill.
Keep saying that.
That I
You're
know,
still
I don't
kicking
believe that.
though.
I know
Yeah.
men in their 80s are still enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sex, relationships,
Yes,
the whole
yes.
thing.
Fun.
Yeah.
Romping.
And you don't have to have sex, just the
Well, I-
warmth of a woman.
Well, actually, I have that. The lady is much too young for me, and now she's like my daughter and my friend.
Alrighty, let's not go on that one.
Woo! So what do you do in a
Incestual
man cave?
Yeah.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I
What-
jerk
what-
off every now and then, but
Okay, but
And she
what
doesn't-
activities? What? Because she was talking
Jerking
about.
off.
She, okay, we did hear that one. But she was talking about these man caves that she saw online, which are like pool tables and
Oh, yeah.
bars
Gosh, it.
and TVs and
They're-
like
these are
what
not
goes
civilized.
on?
They're not civilized men.
They're,
They're not.
They're high end.
Think of me. I'm the British Army officer who dresses for dinner, even though he's dining alone.
Oh, darling. I think
No. I have a regiment of Gurkhas to look after, and I have standards and things to maintain.
Now, question. You've got a young lady. Sounds like she's always wanting sex. Why do you go to your man cave to jerk off? Why don't you go, darling, it's that?
Look.
Boy, I'd be
she's-
exhausted in his life.
She's gonna kill me if she sees this.
Yeah.
Man.
She's a lovely woman, and I enjoy watching her grow as a person.
Oh, there's that father thing again.
Yeah,
Please, everybody censor your children and take them
I,
out of the room.
I enjoy when she discovers new things and all of these. I enjoy it very much. I like
You
to
get a
see
cat for that.
that.
I bet she's happy you're leaving town.
She's what? I'm leaving town happy. Well, we're enough so if she cared to do that, I think. I don't know, but that's real personal.
Struggles of the man.
And personal and emotional.
so wait, in
Yeah.
a man cave, I think.
Oh, there she's
Okay, in a man cave, like you said, girly colors, right? But I think you'd have girly colors on those posters with the girlies in their bikinis and like up to next cute little cars. And so is that where girly colors are allowed?
That's in a manly man's cave.
It's like
You know,
a girl
it's a
brought the
different
colors
shade.
in.
Guys who watch football, and care about that and know, and but I mean, I'll watch the Super Bowl at a party, but I'm just going to a party. I
Okay.
couldn't care less who won the Super Bowl, or
You're right.
and but in a what call it a manly man cave. They're going to have beer there. They're going to have these kind of posters. I'm not saying
So
I
there's
wouldn't.
different kinds.
I might just turn on the internet every now and then and mess around that way, and then turn it off real quick.
You don't want to catch you.